Hello everyone, once again I welcome you all at Nagesh Karzgi Orchid School TV channel, and today we are going to start with the new lesson of the science, that is the environment. Students, as we know that we live in environment and we see different things around us. That means we see different types of trees, different types of animals, birds, water bodies like rivers, oceans. Then we also see different types of mountains, craters, etc. So that all living things and non-living things make our environment. So in this today's topic we are going to learn about the environment and some of the environmental problem. So what we have to learn in this topic, see on the screen. In this topic we have to study about the ecology, then we have to study about environmental problems, that means different types of pollutions, then effects of that pollutions. Afterwards we also have to study about natural resources, and at last we have to study about what can be done to preserve nature or to save the environment. So first of all we will see what is mean by ecology or what is mean by environment. As I told you that all the things in the environment, all the living things, non-living things like trees, animals, birds, all that together makes the environment, and the natural surroundings in which a living thing lives and survives is known as its environment. That means all living things, non-living things living together in surroundings, and that surrounding is known as their environment. So what is mean by environment? The natural surroundings in which a living thing lives and survives is known as its environment. And so what is mean by ecology? Ecology is the study of living things in their natural surroundings. What is mean by ecology? The study of living things in their natural surroundings is called ecology, and the persons or the scientists who study ecology are called as ecologists. Who are the ecologists? Ecologists are the scientists who study about the ecology, are called the ecologist. So students, as we also know that each living things depend on other living things and non-living things in its environment, that we studied in our previous lesson. That means living things, plants and animals depend on each other. Also living things and non-living things depend upon non-living things like air, water, etc. So that means each living things depends on other living and non-living things in its environment, and environment help us in different ways, but nowadays we are using natural things in our own ways, and that results in environmental problems. So now we will see about some of the environmental problems and how we are responsible for causing environmental problems. So see on the screen, or if you have book in front of you, then you can see also on page number 55 environmental problems. That means we can alter means we can changing our environment to suit our needs. According to our need we are changing environmental things, or we are altering the environmental balance, and altering the environment can also sometimes causes seriously damage, or it also causes some of the problems like pollution, flood, natural disasters, etc. And how we alter the environment, or how we are responsible to change the environment? See, we alter the environment by cutting down forest to make space for cities and farms. Nowadays we are cutting down trees, forests to make the space for building, to making roads, to making constructions, malls, factories, etc. that changes the environmental balance. Then hunting animals for clothing and cosmetics. Too many animals are killed by the hunters or poachers for the purpose of clothing and for the purpose of cosmetics, that also causing the environmental problems. Then dumping waste into water bodies and soil. For example, water bodies from homes, hospitals into water bodies and soil. When we dump waste into water bodies and soil, that also causes environmental problems. Then releasing smoke and harmful gases from vehicle and factories into atmosphere. As we know that factories and vehicles give out too much of poisonous gases and smoke which contains poisonous gases or some smoke which is dangerous for the human beings. So, releasing harmful gases in the atmosphere also causes environmental problems. So, in this way we alter the environment or we can change the environment or we are responsible to change the environment, and these activities have harmed the atmosphere by polluting air, polluting of water, land, erosion of soil, warming the atmosphere and causing extinction of several kinds of animals and plants. So, these are some of the environmental problems. Now, in the next part of the topic we have to see about the pollution. So, what is mean by pollution? See on the screen what is mean by pollution. Here you can see the definition of pollution. Pollution is the release of substances into air, water or soil that are harmful to living things. What is mean by pollution? Pollution is the release of substances into air, water or soil that are harmful to living things, and these harmful substances are called pollutants. Which harmful substances? Which cause pollution, and these harmful substances are called as the pollutants. And pollution is nowadays pollution is a big environmental problem, and the kinds of environmental problems are air pollution, these are some of the kinds of pollution. Here you can see air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution and noise pollution are the kinds of pollution. Now, we will see first of all about the air pollution and its effects. So, air pollution, as we know that most of the air pollution is caused or because of burning of fuels to run vehicles and smoke from the chimneys of factories, also from the power station. That all the things, that means chimneys of factories, vehicles and power stations gives too much of smoke, and also they release harmful gases which pollute the air. So, these are the some of the reasons for the air pollution. Apart from that, so many other reasons are also there which causes air pollution, but burning of fuels to run vehicles and smoke from chimneys of factories and power station are the main causes to air pollution. And what are the effects of air pollution? See, diseases, some of the diseases are caused due to air pollution. Acid rain is caused due to air pollution, global warming, removal of the ozone layer. These are the dangerous problems or effects of air pollution on the environment. So, we will see one by one in detail effects of air pollution. First of all, we will see about the diseases which are caused due to of air pollution. So, effects of air pollution, as we know that air is needed for breathing. All living things need air for breathing. Why? Because air contains oxygen and oxygen is needed for the breathing. But an excess of pollutants in the air makes it unfit for breathing and results in a number of diseases of the respiratory system, as well as many people living in areas with factories or near of thermal power station or in areas where too much of air pollution. Then in areas with heavy air pollution, the people suffer from problems in breathing and lung damage or breathing cancers. So these are the some dangerous diseases or effects which is caused due to of air pollution. Then air pollution is also causing of increasing in the global warming. Then air pollution also causing global warming, which is a serious problem nowadays. Global warming is a serious hazard, serious major problem in front of human beings or living things nowadays. So how it is causing? When we burn fuels or burning of fuels increase the level of carbon dioxide in the air, then carbon dioxide and some other gases in the air trap heat, and this may result in an increase in the temperature of the atmosphere, and this effect of heating the atmosphere is called a greenhouse effect. This effect of heating the atmosphere is called as greenhouse effect, and the gases are called as greenhouse gases, and that greenhouse effect causes an increase in temperature around the world. Greenhouse effect causes an increase in temperature around the world, and this is called a global warming. What is mean by global warming? The greenhouse effect causes an increase in temperatures around the world. This is called the global warming, and due to that scientists also have detected an increase in the temperature of the atmosphere in the past 100 years and predict that it will continue to increase. It will continue to increase. That is why we feel too much of temperature in nowadays summer seasons. Year by year temperature in the summer season is going to increase. That means it will continue to increase. And they also have warned that because of global warming, what happens? The ice at the poles and on mountains will start melting and resulting in the rise of sea levels, and this will also result in the flooding of coastal areas or river sides or sea or the areas which is situated near the coast or seas, and this is all due to of air pollution. Here I will show you one picture of greenhouse effect. This greenhouse effect causing melting of ice at the poles and on mountains, which will start melting and resulting in the rise of sea levels. This will also result in flooding of coastal areas. Then air pollution is also causing or effects on the ozone layer or removal of the ozone layers. And students, as we all know that ozone layer is important for all living things, but some of the pollutant gases affect the ozone layer, and you also have learned that the ozone layer protects living things from ultraviolet rays, which are harmful rays and present in sunlight, and scientists also have detected that holes in the ozone layer, and which results in ultraviolet rays reaching the earth. Due to holes in the ultraviolet rays, what happens? That rays are coming directly on the earth and causing skin cancer, eyes problem, and so on. So this is also an effect of air pollution, that is removal of the ozone layer. Then acid rain. Students, as we know that coal is burned to generate electricity. Coal is burned to generate electricity in thermal power plant, and the harmful gases that release when we burn coal to generate electricity, that release harmful and poisonous gases in the air, and that harmful gases released in the air mixed with the water vapor in the air to form harmful substances called as acids. And when these acids come down with the rain, what happens? When these acids come down with the rain, that causes damage to the soil, also it damage to the plants, also it damage to the buildings, and such harmful rain is called as a acid rain. What is mean by acid rain? The harmful gases released in the air mix with the water vapor which is present in the air to form harmful substances called as acids, and when these acids come down with the rain and cause damage to the soil, plants and building. So, such rain is called as acid rain. So, this is all about the air pollution and effects of air pollution. Now, afterwards we have to see about the water pollution and its effects. Students, as we know that like an air, water is also very important for living things. Like an air, we are unable to live without of water also, but water also gets polluted due to various reasons. For example, water gets polluted when waste from industries, waste from farms and sewage from homes and hospital is thrown into rivers, lakes, oceans and streams. Sewage means what waste water mixed with human waste. When we leave that sewage or throw that sewage into rivers, lakes and oceans and streams, that causes the water pollution. And water is also getting polluted due to of microbes which are growing in the water like fungi and some of the bacteria, that also causes to water pollution. And sometimes farmer use too much of fertilizers and pesticides. When that pesticides and fertilizers gets mixed with water, and when that water gets into rivers, lakes, ocean and streams, then that causes to water pollution. So, these are the some reasons of water pollution. Now, we will see about the effects of water pollution. Like an air pollution, water pollution also causes some of the diseases like dysentery, jaundice or typhoid. And when we drink that water or drinking water that is polluted with sewage contains germs, or dirty water or poisonous water or the water from the waste contains germs, and drinking this water can causes diseases such as dysentery, jaundice or typhoid. So, these are some of the diseases. Then water pollution also affects on water animals. For example, if we throw waste from factories which contains poisonous substances, when we throw that or when we leave that poisonous substances in the water bodies, then that affect or often kill the water animals like fish, crabs, turtles, etc. and other water animals too. And also, if you drink such type of water, then you also can fall ill, or you can fall ill when you drink this water or eat fish that is affected by it. Sometimes we eat fish from the riverside, from the seas, but when that fish drinks this water and when we eat such types of fish, then we also suffer from some diseases. And water pollution also causes to change in chemical and physical properties of water. It also affects on the soil fertility. It also reduces the quality of plants, seeds, etc. So, these are some of the effects of water pollution. Afterwards, we will see about the soil and land pollution. Soil and land. Nowadays, instead of using organic fertilizers, farmers use chemicals to kill weeds and insects. That means they use insecticides, weedicides to control the weeds and insect in their farm. Nowadays, they are also using fertilizers to grow more crops. But when they use too much of these chemicals, what happens? The soil gets polluted, and when it rains or during the rainy season, what happens? These chemicals from the farm get washed into wells, rivers and lakes and poison the drinking water. And poisonous waste from factories also sometimes buried in the land and pollute it. For example, carry bags, other unwanted material, chemicals, poisonous material, they buried in the land. But what happens with the land due to that? That land also gets polluted. Sometimes we throw solid waste such as plastic bottles, plastic bags, glass bottles, old machine parts, rubber tubes and tires and cans, etc. in garbage dumps. But what happens due to that? These cannot be easily destroyed. That means they cannot be easily decomposed, and plastic does not rot for many hundreds of years. Plastic remains as it is for many hundreds of years. But if plastic is burned, it gives out poisonous fumes, which in turn also causing air pollution. So, we cannot avoid the pollution by burning the plastic. So, this is all about the soil and land pollution. Now, afterwards we will see about the last type of the pollution, that is the noise pollution. Nowadays, noise pollution is also a serious hazard, and loud noise from vehicle, loudspeakers and machinery from the factory, industry can harm people, and it can cause high blood pressure and deafness in people and animals. This is also dangerous hazard. Due to noise pollution, what happens? It also causing high blood pressure and deafness in people and animals also. So, that is why we found that the people which is living near of the railway station side or the airplane sides, they are suffering from the disease of deafness, and also they are suffering from the disease of blood pressure. So, it can cause high blood pressure and deafness in people and animal. That is why living near airports can be very harmful to the ear, and even loud music from the Dolby or any other sites also causing noise pollution. So, this is all about the different types of pollution and their effects. Now, in the next part of the topic, we have to study about the natural resources. Natural resources. Students, as we know that we get all the things from the nature only, even though they are living things or even though they are non-living things, but we are depending on each and every we are depending on nature for each and everything. That means our survival on the earth depends on the things that we get from our environment. That means all the things we get only from the environment. For example, we get air, we get water, soil, we also get food, fuels and materials for clothes and materials for buildings, houses from the environment. That means each and everything we get only from the environment, and the things that we get from the environment are known as natural resources. What they are called as? Natural resources. The things that we get from the environment are known as natural resources. And now, but what happens with the natural resources nowadays? Nowadays we are using more of these natural resources today, and than we did that we did some years back. That means some years back we no need of more fuel, more clothes, or we did not use the more material from the nature, but nowadays we are using too much of natural resources nowadays. For example, we are using more petrol and diesels today due to the large number of factories and vehicles or increase in the population, and due to that what happens, that natural resources are going to lost or going to end up. And also scientists predict that the petrol and diesel available on earth will run out during this century only. This means within upcoming 100 days it will be disappear, or we will not getting the petrol and diesel afterwards. So, as you saw earlier, we are polluting natural resources, such as air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, etc., and that are due to because of our activities. But we can save the environment, or we can conserve the environment by doing some of the things, or by applying some of the rules. So what are that? So afterwards we will see about the what can be done, or what we can do to save our natural resources. So first of all, use natural energy sources like solar energy and wind energy instead of fuels. So scientists are trying to use wind and solar energy instead of fuels like coal and petroleum. Besides, the use of wind or solar energy does not cause any pollution. So instead of any other sources of energy, we have to use solar energy and wind energy. Then efforts to control pollution of air, water and land are being stepped up. That means efforts to control pollution of air, water and land are stepped up. Vehicles and factories are being forced to install machines to convert poisonous substances into harmless ones before releasing them into the air or water. Then the government and people should make sure that these steps are followed strictly. Then we can also use another method, that is cutting down of trees is being reduced and more trees are being planted to conserve soil and wildlife. Why? Because trees help to remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and release oxygen into the atmosphere. For that, some of the organizations such as the World Wildlife Fund, that is WWF, and the International Union for the Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, short form IUCN, encourage people to save forest and wildlife. Then use public transport system instead of personal vehicles. As we know that air pollution can be reduced if people use public transport such as buses, trains instead of personal cars. Also people should walk or cycle short distances instead of using vehicles, etc. Then farmers should be taught safer ways of farming. Farmers should be taught safer ways of farming, and they also taught that use composter instead of chemical fertilizers. Then ban on things which are made up of plastic. The use of plastic bags, which has become the main cause of land pollution today, should be discouraged or banned. Glass bottles, jars, metal cans, plastic bags, plastic items, newspaper and so on should be reused. That means that they should be recycled as far as possible, and they should be recycled to make other thing, etc. So in this way we can save our environment. So with this point of the lesson, we complete here with the lesson number 6, the environment here, and in this topic we studied about the ecology, then some of the environmental problems, then different types of pollution and effects of all the pollutions. Then we also see about some of the natural resources or importance of natural resources, and at last we studied about what can be done to preserve natural resources. Here with this point we finished with the lesson number 6. I hope you all have understood the lesson. If anyone have any doubts regarding the lesson, you can ask it in our weekly meeting. Thank you.